24/7 Fusion Media.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, and we just received word that Voltron is reportedly being ordered by Amazon MGM Studios. So I'm interested in knowing what's exactly going on. I know I did a Voltron video when they first was reporting that there was going to be a live action movie made. And that had to be about a good year and a half, 2 years ago. And now we're getting an update stating what's going on with Voltron at this very moment. So it says that it looks like a live action Voltron has been greenlit according to a new report. Voltron first made its debut back in the early 1980s and adapted the Beast King Go Lion anime series for an American audience. The franchise was such a success that it went over 100 episodes and has since released many reboots, sequels, and reimaginings over the decades. But a live action adaptation has been out of its grasp for a while and has been steadily making progress towards actually happening in the last few years. According to a new report, it's finally moving forward. So that's great news because I love Voltron. And I remember when Voltron was going strong when I was a little kid. Of course, you know, we had no idea that it was actually adapted from the Beast King Go Lion anime series. We just knew it as Voltron. And from what I knew as a kid, we had two different kinds of Voltrons. There were the 5 lions, and then there were the Voltron where it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like about 10 or 15 cars that came together to form Voltron. What I didn't know was at that time, there was 3 Voltrons. And my boy Stone Loki actually told me about the third Voltron about a year and a half ago. And I was basically blown away because I've always thought that there were 2, but there were actually 3. And the third one never made its way to American audiences. So if you look it up, you'll see that there were 3 Voltrons dating way back into the 80s. So just to see that they're going with a live action Voltron, you never know what'll happen in the future. Maybe the car Voltron will show up, and maybe that third one that I'm telling you about may make an appearance. You never know with these live action movies what'll happen and who will show up. But what it says here is that it was first reported back in 2022 that a live action Voltron feature film was in development with Rawson Marshall Thurber from Red Notice and Central Intelligence attached to direct. The word back then was that it was being shopped around to multiple studios. Yeah, actually, that's the exact same thing that I reported back about 2 years ago when this first broke. The word was it was being shopped around to multiple studios for potential development with Amazon MGM Studios. And now, according to a new report from the Insider, and the Insider is the gentleman that I had covered that broke the story on Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom in his return to the MCU. And if you go look at that video that I dropped about a week or so back, you will see that I was covering Jeff Snyder, who was the Insider. So this is some cool shit. It says Amazon MGM Studios has greenlit the live action Voltron with casting beginning in the coming months. So if this turns out to be the case, it seems to be moving along quickly. And I would love to see who would play the characters in Voltron. That would be some cool shit to see happening as the process rolls around. What is currently known about the live action Voltron project at the moment is that Rawson Marshall Thurber has been co-writing the film together with Ellen Shannon. Todd Lieberman and David Hoberman are set to produce together with Bob Koplar. So it says the live action Voltron project has been one of Hollywood's big dream projects. And now it's one step closer to probably maybe actually existing this time around. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Shout outs to the Snyder, Jeff Snyder. Once again, you know, he sat there and broke this scoop on what was going on with Voltron the same way he did with Robert Downey Jr. being cast as Dr. Doom. So much props to him. And this is interesting news for anybody that's a Voltron fan. I know I've enjoyed Voltron, and it was definitely the original series. So to me, this is huge news. And I think Voltron being adapted to live action for the big screen would be very, very huge. And I think it'd be very huge for Amazon MGM if they decide not to go woke with this, tell the story the way it's truly supposed to be told, and if anything, they should go ahead and adapt the original story of Voltron. It shouldn't be anything else or any way around it, because the studios tend to forget is that if you're gonna adapt anything, let it be what got the series famous, not the reboots and the reimaginings and the sequels. Always adapt the original work. And these studios be fucking forgetting that shit, and that's where they fuck up at. Hopefully Amazon MGM can get their shit together and adapt the original series, because as we see, they're fucking up with Lord of the Rings, and that shit there, not adapting Tolkien's work the way it's supposed to be, is fucking biting them in the ass. Making it woke and all that other shit is fucking them up, and people are sitting there laughing at that series instead of rejoicing it and enjoying it. So hopefully they'll learn, but I would have to see which way they go with this, because if they fuck this up, this is gonna look like Captain Planet. And hopefully Amazon MGM got their shit together to where it doesn't go that way and they give us the Voltron that the world was meant to see. But that's my take. That's how I feel. You guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And as always, it's your boy 24/7 here with 24/7 Fusion Media, and I'm out. Peace.